Sun Pacific Holdings Corp is a company that has taken everyone by storm. Now, this is a company that we have seen have insane growth over the span of the last week. It has been absolutely insane, being up over 1,600% over the course of 5 trading days. It has really caught many investors and YouTubers' attention. Now, one thing on this platform that I have not noticed too much of is a real in-depth breakdown of what exactly this holding company is focused on, what their subsidiaries do, what the future outlook of their industries are, what their consumer base could potentially be, what the that overall outlook of their financing is, and everything like that. And so what I wanted to do is go ahead, and while this thing is still honestly pretty low, only sitting at 8 cents, I figured, I was like, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and let's put an analysis out there. Let's see what exactly this company is all about, as I have gotten dozens of requests from you guys in my live streams and my YouTube videos and my comment sections on Instagram, because you all absolutely love this company. Some of you have seen fantastic gains from this company, and I hope that I can provide, just provide you the overall content and value that you are looking for when it comes to Sun Pacific Holdings Corp. Now, if you do want access to a community of over 100 different traders and investors who bounce ideas about stocks, they talk about their watch list, they talk about their trades. I am fully transparent about my portfolio, and I give trade updates the moment I make trades. And if you also want early access to the content matter in which I will be posting on this channel, definitely consider going down to the link in my description. It will bring you over to my Patreon. It will also help me support my channel. It'll help fuel this channel so I can keep providing you guys as best quality content as I possibly can. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a dive into this company. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but this video is probably going to be a little bit longer, as there is a lot of stuff going on with this company. So if you guys do enjoy the video, you can let me know by smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Sun Pacific Holdings Corp, ticker symbol SNPW. So what is Sun Pacific Holdings Corp, and what are their overall primary focuses? Well, it says here that their main focus is really going to be protecting the environment. Sun Pacific and its subsidiaries are dedicated to being responsible stewards of the environment and are constantly improving sustainability efforts, while at the same time fulfilling the core responsibility of delivering reliable and affordable service to customers. Utilizing management history and general contracting, coupled with their subject matter expertise and intellectual property knowledge of solar panels and other leading-edge technologies, Sun Pacific Holdings Corp is focused on building a next-generation green company. The company offers competitively priced next-generation solar panel and lighting products by working closely with design, engineering, integration, and installation firms in order to deliver turnkey solar and other energy-efficient solutions. They provide solar bus stops, solar trash cans, and street kiosks that utilize their unique advertising offerings that provide state and local municipalities with cost-efficient solutions. They provide general, electrical, and plumbing contracting services to a range of both public and commercial customers in support of their goals of expanding their green energy market reach. In conjunction with these contracting services, and as a part of their effort to expand their green energy and marketplace, they have recently started the process to develop and build out a waste-to-energy plant in the state of Rhode Island, and have started through a partnership with ownership terms to be defined upon securing financing. The opportunity to develop and build a solar farm in Durango, Mexico. So what this company's main focus is going to be really just creating an overall more sustainable environment. That is the outlook for this company. Now, of course, they are going to need revenue, and simply changing things from being a bus stop to being a solar powered bus stop, stuff like that is not necessarily going to make them all the money that they are going to need to continue operations. So what they're also doing is killing another bird with this and figuring out ways in which they can provide advertising opportunities for many companies, as a lot of these solar powered bus shelters, these trash cans, these benches, they all provide opportunities, since they are digital, to put up advertisements, so they can not only collect revenue from that while also reaching their sustainability goals as well while using solar power energy. Now, as we will see, this company does have loads of subsidiaries that do many different things, and it really is like this company isn't focused on the big things. They're not focused on factories, they're not focused on trucks and cars, they're focused on more of the accessories of the world. They're working on adding solar power energy to many of the different accessories, as we will see security cameras, like I said, street benches, trash cans, bus shelters, and it's just like all of the smaller things that over time, if they are capable of creating such a huge portfolio of many different things, and in these big cities like New York, that provides a lot of opportunity for a company like this one, as we know how many benches, how many bus shelters, and all of these different little accessories again that there are in big cities like that. And if they are capable of getting their product out there, that does provide them with a lot of opportunity and a lot of revenue, even if they're not focusing on the big things like electric vehicles or having solar powered industry or factories and stuff like that. So we are going to go over an overview over pretty much all of their subsidiaries. We'll go through the top 4, as these are the ones that people are really most excited about. Now, the first one that is going to be up is going to be Sun Pacific Security. Now, Sun Pacific Security is proud to offer customers the latest in security automation systems. Automation can be added to your existing security system or purchased as a part of your new system. With home and business automation, you can control thermostat, lighting, and other functions from anywhere in the world. For more information, contact us today. So, of course, this is just your average security system. We all have seen those different systems where you can turn your lights on and turn up the temperature and everything from your phone, but a lot of this is going to be powered by solar power energy, which is honestly pretty dang on cool, if I must say. Now, of course, this is a market. The solar power market is something that we are starting to see grow as people are starting to look for renewable energy and more clean energy. And as the clean energy sector does grow, I expect that these certain little different, again, accessories are going to grow in popularity with time as well. Now, next up, we are going to have Sun Pacific Power. So this is where we will see the majority of these different solar-powered LED trash bins, solar-powered LED bus shelters, and stuff like that that we will primarily see in the bigger cities. Now, Sun Pacific Power is going to be offering these different accessories to the world, and they're going to be using these as methods of advertisement for different customers as well. So like I said, not only are they trying to go work towards a more sustainable environment, but they're also providing different companies or maybe businesses, brands, the opportunity to advertise themselves on one of these products as well. So again, it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I really think that this could be a very big market opportunity, as companies clearly pay loads of money for advertising every single year, and whenever you're in a big city, you will see things like this all over the place. So if they are able to get the right contracts, if they are able to get the right connections, we could really start to see these type of trash cans and these type of bus shelters be placed all over the place. Now, not only that, I believe that this could be very, very useful even in a college, because I'm a college student, and I think about it like this. I bet my college would love to upgrade their trash cans and put our logo, or maybe even think if they can upgrade it and put a video of our football team on one of these, or on the bus shelter if they could have a video of our mascot or something. That could be another opportunity as well. Not only just advertising, but used as logo promotion and brand promotion. I think that is another capability in which we could see this company generate loads of revenue. So the next one, this is going to be one of the bigger ones, I believe, as this industry is growing, and that is going to be the turning waste into energy business, because a lot of people are starting to just figure out more ways to try to be sustainable. It is just almost like people are accepting that we need to figure out ways to stop being so bad on the earth. And so as time goes on, they're going to be looking for things like this. Now, we don't have too much information about what is going on with MetaRecycler, but MetaRecycler is a part of one of the subsidiaries in which they own. And it says here that MetaRecycler is a leading edge processing facility that will turn waste into renewable energy. It says that the facility will create approximately 40 permanent jobs, support up 100 Rhode Island-based professional tradesmen, create new tax revenue, generate renewable energy equal to the amount required to power over 1,000 homes every year in an environmentally friendly way, serve the needs of Rhode Island's medical community, and help extend the life of Rhode Island's central landfill, which is projected to reach capacity in 2030, which is not good. So I do believe that this could be a fantastic opportunity as well. I think that there are certain limitations to this. I think there's so much competition, and there's just simply so many people who are on this wave that this might not necessarily be one of their hugest subsidiaries. But if they are capable to make a change, and if they are able to use this recycling, facility in order to generate revenue and, use this as another source of income that will then power some of their bigger projects, I believe that it has loads of potential as well. So now next up, we have their subsidiary Street Smart Outdoor. Now it says here that you can reach customers every day with your advertising message while they travel by car, walk, and shop. Street Smart Outdoor helps you get noticed and drive more business to your store, website, or event. Street Smart Outdoor is a rapidly growing street furniture outdoor advertising company offering advertising space on bus shelters and bus benches, smart solar digital shelters, plant-based solar trash bins in small towns on high-traffic main roads. The company currently maintains over 1,000 signs in its outdoor advertising marketplace and has several new signs in towns to roll out this year. So I believe that this one does really run hand in hand with this one right over here. These two are really their main ones, and they're the ones that are starting to get them a lot of traction, and they're starting to get them the most revenue. Again, like I did say, it is very interesting to see them target the more of the accessories of the world, not the bigger products, not the bigger things. They just focus on getting out 1,000 signs, because you think realistically, if they have 1,000 signs and they're capable of making, who knows, maybe even as little as $100 a week off of a sign, Think about the potential revenue. I mean, $100 a week. Think about that. That's $400 a month for 1,000 signs. That's coming out to about $400,000 a month in revenue off of the current ones that they have. Now, those are all hypothetical numbers and it's all speculation. But think about if they are capable of growing that out. The potential for this is actually very big because sometimes as a company, you might want to focus on a high quantity of smaller products that you're then capable of receiving a little bit of revenue from a lot of products rather than trying to receive a lot of revenue from one big product. You know what I mean? And so I'm very curious to see how their overall business model will start to stretch out and how it is going to be worked out, because I think some things are going to work better than others. I think that they're going to have certain products that are in certain subsidiaries that'll do better than others. And as they are growing in popularity now, I'm curious to see what they focus the majority of their intention on as they are going to try to grow out the bigger ones and maybe leave some of the smaller ones behind. Now, what is the overall future outlook for this market? As it does seem like, as we are going into the future here, that people are looking for more clean energy. Now, I do have two articles pulled up here, and I'm not going to go into super depth about them. If you do want access to them, they're going to be on Globe Newswire. But right here, we can see that the United States solar energy market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 17.3% during 2020 to 2025. So clearly, there is loads of potential growth in the solar energy market, and this company is clearly trying to capitalize on some of that and grab as much market share as possible. Now, not only that, we can see that the global outdoor advertising market from 2020 to 2024 has the potential growth of a compound annual growth rate of 5.1% for the period spanning 2020 to 2024. The global outdoor advertising market value is forecasted to reach $54 billion in 2024. So now you think if they are capable of establishing themselves as a huge piece of this overall market, as the global outdoor advertising market is big, but with the overall innovation of this market and this market, we're not seeing too many companies innovate those two together. So if they're capable of mixing these two and capitalizing on the growth of both of these industries, we could really see their consumer base grow substantially over the next couple years. It all does come down to if they get the right agreements, if they make the right connections, and if their management team makes the right choices. So I am very excited to see how this all does play out with this company. So now going into the future, they do say that recent advances in a multitude of different yet converging technologies have significantly improved the ability to integrate energy efficient products and solutions into infrastructure related projects. These technological advances decrease the requirements needed to jointly operate a multitude of different assets, devices, and tools that create new ways to integrate evolving new technologies. This technological change and convergence in energy efficient devices, this is important, and energy efficient devices, integrated communications among devices, and societal needs to be more effectively and environmentally friendly, we believe presents a significant opportunity for us in providing and supporting simple to complex integrated solutions. That is exactly what we're talking about. If they are capable of using creating these energy efficient devices that are more environmentally friendly, like we did talk about earlier, it provides them a huge opportunity. Their challenges continue to be reaching critical mass in our solar shelter business, expanding into our other green energy related projects, completion of the Rhode Island project, and securing operational capital. Except for the bridge financing for the Rhode Island project, they do not have any material existing financing arrangements in place. The company has never been adequately funded from inception. The company has attempted to use debt, equity, and other opportunistic in-kind compensation to further the company's strategic vision. So that does lead us into their going concern, because there are some concerns with this company as they are just new and they are starting to figure out exactly how they're going to do this. So that does come with its risks and its what ifs. It says that the company has an accumulated deficit of $8.3 million and a working capital deficit of $10.4 million as of December 31st of 2019. So now that their business has taken off a little bit, and especially with Street Smart, I'm curious to see how that does change, as I would expect this to start to go down a little bit. The company's continuation as a going concern is dependent on its ability to generate sufficient fund cash flows from operations to meet its obligations, which it has not been able to accomplish to date, and or obtain additional financing from its stockholders and other third parties. So it is very important to note that up to this point, which was about a year ago, they were unable to sufficiently get the cash and sufficiently get the funding in which they needed to go over through their entire operations. So it is important to note that we are going to have to keep an eye on their financing and keep an eye on how their products are expanding, because they could have a good idea, But at the end of the day, if they're not capable of growing this thing out, it is going to be, quite interesting to see if they're capable of generating enough funds and maybe having to do some offerings and probably end up diluting their shares down a bit in order to fund the operations in which could grow out their company. So there are risks, there are concerns, as these are penny stocks. There are those risks as well. As a penny stock, or typically many penny stocks do fail. I would say over half of penny stocks end up falling to zero. So again, there are many risks that come with investing into this company. So if you do plan on investing into this company, please make sure you educate yourself on all the risks. Please don't just throw all of your money into a company because you see a YouTuber talking about them. That is not the right way of investing. And I know there are people who say there's no right way of investing. I will go out and say it now. Investing in a company just because a YouTuber says to it, it's not a good idea. Please don't do it. That is not the right way to invest. Okay. But with that being said, I will go now into their stock price, and then I will bring to you all what my intentions are and what I plan on doing with this stock. So again, as we have seen over the last week, that this company absolutely took off. From January 15th to the next Friday, it saw growth of about 1,500%. Absolutely insane. In the last trading day alone, we did see it climb up roughly, let's see here, about 45%, peaking out at a gain of about 73% throughout that entire day. Now, as we can see, this company is very, very new and they're just starting to take off. Now, there's really not too much chart analysis. There's not much you can really do looking at the charts as they don't have much of a history. But I know one thing that I can say is if I can usually catch a company under 10 cents, I don't get too concerned about what the stock price is going to do after that initial growth, because sometimes we'll see a company go up really a lot and then drop a lot and then up a lot and drop a lot. And it seems like a pattern recently is that whenever a company is around this size, it's going to go up and down, but the drops aren't going to be so drastic as they will be once it starts to hit about that 10-cent mark. So what my current plan is right now is, as it does go on into Monday morning, which is about should be whenever you are going to be watching this, I'm going to start a position into this company. Now, as it has grown a good bit over the last couple of days, and we have seen this growth somewhat slow down. Right here, we can start to see this momentum change, as it was like boom, and then we had a very high growth day from here to here. Obviously, we saw a growth of 100%, and then that slowed down to only about 30 to 40%. My guess is that we could see this growth somewhat slow down. I wish I would have gotten in my live stream, which is right here when y'all told me about them. But I think that this company does have the potential to maybe slow down or dip a little bit, but I'm not too worried that it'll be a significant dip of maybe over 30-40%. So what that means for me is, again, that as market does open today, I'm going to be starting a position into this company, and I will probably not go all in at once. I'll probably slowly work my way in. Now, if this company had seen a dip recently, that is typically when I will put a bigger position in, as I don't believe sometimes, like, maybe if we'll see a company bottom out, trough out, then I'm like, okay, then I can probably put a larger position in initially. But whenever I do see a company growing and we haven't seen them have a red day yet, that is whenever I won't go all in at once. I kind of just ease my way in just in case there is that moment that we see that initial dip. Now, that is a very simple version and broad version of the reasons in which I will go into a company and how I do it. If you do want access to all of my trade information, portfolio updates, and all of the, the trades that me and my team do make, as well as over 100 other investors, definitely, again, consider heading down to my Patreon in the description, as that is where all of that information will be. With that being said, I hope I did provide you all with the information and value you are looking for with this company. I know it is growing in popularity substantially, and so I did want to make sure that I brought you guys as the best quality that I possibly can, as I know finding information on some of these stocks can be very difficult sometimes, and my goal at the end of the day is to make your lives as easy as possible. With that being said, I post 2 to 3 times every single day, so I hope to see you all soon. Peace.